Correct me, are we the only Midwestern branch? No. Another Midwestern branch, a cousin. Okay, good. So I am Edith Foster Farwell, very happily blessed to be representing the Edith Foster Farwell lineage. And a special memory I have for our incredible grandparents is Hates, Browns, Farwells. All got to have every single Sunday lunch together until I was 17. And this is a family tradition that I feel more and more blessed by the older I got. And I'm probably Fosters and various others who came through town enjoyed Sunday lunch at our grandparents as well. And did anybody else's family have that? We were lucky to be in the same town. Hates for quite a bit of the time, and Browns and Farwells right there, and traveling relatives. So I want to give a big thanks to Granny and Grampy, Albert and Edith Farwell for putting that tradition on, because here we all are, decades and decades later, very close, because we got to guess the initials of dessert together for year after year after year. To Edith and Albert.
Thank you, Edie. Now we have two representatives of the Carl Foster branch, or clan, as we came to know each other during the steering committee. This is Heather Pollard from North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina. Started as this, representing the Carl Foster clan. Hold the mic. Apparently,
I'm not technically right in here.
Little closer.
Okay. I would just like to say thank you to everyone for being so warm and welcoming to my sister and I. We are representing the Carl Foster branch.
The proud Carl.
Yes. And I'd also like to remember two of his offspring. Our mother was Harriet Foster, and her sister was Mabel Foster. We called her Megs. We lost both of them within 8 months in 2004, but they are very much here with us in spirit, and we are just very excited to be here with all of you, so thank you.
We love you.
Any other remembrances? Gary Allen.
Earlier this evening, Reg had an award for the person who came the furthest and for the oldest people at this reunion. And I'd like to remember another person. This person came all the way over here from Exeter, England, Devonshire, southwestern part of England. He arrived in 1636, and so I think he's actually older than the people that we gave the award to. And his name was Reginald Foster.
Yay!
And he settled in Ipswich, Massachusetts, where cousins still live today. Roger lives in Ipswich, Massachusetts.
And the Browns.
And the Browns. And many cousins still there. So there must be something about the waters, or who knows what. Any other remembrances?
I'll do that now. I'm Frank Foster, and 33 years ago today, or somewhere about that, my dad took on the same task that Roger and Reg have done. And I remember that because I couldn't believe how much Dad had to do. And all I can say is, boy, would he be happy and proud of you guys for what you've done. You know, this is a very rare and special thing that we have. And, you know, I know that Dad is looking down, and thank you guys so much for making this happen. You know, not many families get to have a moment like this. And it's because of you guys and, you know, Nancy and others who really put in the time. And let's give these guys a big, big hand.
I wasn't going to jump in here, but I cannot let the mention of the name Hugh Kindersley Foster go by without a little bit more remembering there than just this. Those of you who remember Hugh, who passed away so untimely in his 50s, will remember somebody who is just the most generous, warm-hearted, gregarious, wonderful person that anybody could possibly have, in my case as an uncle, and in everybody else's cases as a cousin or a brother or a relative of some kind. And I remember being adopted by Hugh and his wife, Hunter or Barbara Foster, and the whole gaggle is the only word. They were a 5-kid family, you know. So they would have won the award last time around if we had one. It was a family planning award for those of you who didn't see it just now here.
My parents would have won.
And, oh, maybe the Allens, that's right. So they adopted me both when I was in prep school. I was over at their house, you know, frequently all through my teenage years. And then when I went to college at Harvard, I was there every other weekend for 3 or 4 years. And we would all wind up at the end of each weekend sitting in this gigantic California king bed that they had with all these rugrats. You guys were like 8, 7, 5.